For life.
Yeah. Bullet cast. What's going on? Stacy. This elite podcast in here. Ain't nobody better. Look. Yeah. Listen to us every time we live in the side.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know the name, you know the voice, you know exactly why I'm here. Just in case if you don't, I am a 27-year-old piece of gold, the messiah of the microphone, and the greatest sports and recreational podcaster in the world today. I am joined by the agent of chaos, Miss Poison Scarlet, and of course, the king of the UTR. He is the podcast champion, Brandon Tanguma, BT. Katie, BT, what's going on? How you guys doing?
Hey, glad to be back.
Nice to see someone showed up today.
Yes. 6 straight days of content, regular bullet cast, Black Power rankings, under the radar, Battle in the Valley, Elimination Chamber recaps. We were moving. Literally, Brandon and I did a podcast while driving back. Moving.
With a
moving.
busted headlight possibly, but don't tell the cops.
Don't tell 5-0. Don't let them know. It's our 316th episode. But so before we get into all the things in the world of sports entertainment, here's a beer commercial from Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hey, this is Stone Cold Steve Austin here to tell you SOBs about the 500 years of the purity law of beer. This beer was first made in a Bavarian city in Germany by the Dukes of Willem. The purity law was issued on April 23rd of 1516. A lot of different ingredients go into making this beer, such as water, barley, yeast, and rabbit food pellets. If that sounds like a lethal combination, give me a hell yeah. You talk about your Psalms, you talk about your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, if you're ever in this part of Germany, come get some of this Kelger beer, the best beer on the planet. And if not, go order it off that thing they call that their internet, and that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
All right, that was something. Shout out Steve for that one.
What?
But we didn't do Mania Madness last week because honestly I forgot a lot of things going on in the old membrane. So Brandon, let's get back to it.
Yeah, that one's on me. You know, Mr. Mania Madness. I should have remembered, but I did not. But so we're gonna fit 2 segments into one here. So we're gonna do 2 quadrants. We got an opening match again between the 2 WrestleMania 37 openers. Another pop quiz. Do you guys remember what the WrestleMania 37 openers were?
37.
That would be the first, well, technically second pandemic one, but the one back with fans.
Orton and Bray was one of them, right?
There you go. That would be night 2. Yes, night 2 I put on the list because I am smart.
Oh God. I don't remember the other one.
The other one would be old Bobby Lashley taking on Drew
That's right.
McIntyre. So we got these two going head to head.
Wait, hold on. That's the one that, they got delayed a little bit because of the weather. That's right.
Had the
okay.
Yeah,
lightning.
because of the rain.
Yes.
Samoa
yes.
Joe and his little ponchos. The internet loved that.
Look at him now. He's cutting his hair off on TV.
Which one would you guys say was the better one? I think Drew and Lashley was a more straightforward match. A lot more people will remember the Bray Wyatt the Fiend and Randy Orton match, probably for the wrong reasons. But maybe even though it's for the wrong reasons, I think I might pick Orton and Fiend just because it's more memorable and people, will remember that much more than what Drew and Lashley did that night. Maybe, just because it's a worse match doesn't mean it can't be a better opener.
Here's the thing, technically, Drew and Bobby were better. Like their match was better. The Randy Orton versus the Fiend one was just weird and poorly timed, and it was weird. Plus with Alexa and all that stuff.
And the black goo.
Yeah, the black
coming out of the
goo.
Jack in the Box.
And the Jack in the Box.
Look, it's still Black History Month. I'm giving it to Bobby Lashley.
Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley.
Hey, not gonna hate at that one. So they move on and they face off WrestleMania 3, which would be the Can-Am Connection taking on Bob Orton
Ooh.
and Don Morocco.
Ooh.
So we got a new school and an old school.
Ooh.
WrestleMania 3, I forget where it ranked, but some might say one of the most influential, most important WrestleManias.
Come on,
of all
man. The
time.
Pontiac Silverdome, over 93,000 when Hulk Hogan lifted that 700-something pound giant up, brother, and slammed him and dropped the leg. I'm sorry. Every time Hogan tells that story, Andre gets taller and bigger. Did anybody ever notice that?
He's 1,000 pounds, and there was like 100,000, 50,000 people in the Pontiac Silverdome.
93,142 or something like that.
And, Andre wasn't going to do the job, brother, because he wasn't in the right mood. It's a whole thing. It's a godsend that Hulk Hogan was able to get him up.
Yes. So what? It's Orton versus Orton, basically, right?
I know.
Lashley versus Orton.
Lashley and
yeah,
Drew
we didn't
because
choose that,
Black
that's
History Month.
Oh yes, of course. Oh, Black History Month. Duh, Lashley. Come on, stop playing with me for real.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of these matches, when it comes to the older versus new school, it's going to be the newer match, and I do agree. Lashley and Drew, for me, moves on. Katie, I know you're such a big Can-Am Connection fan.
I'm a huge Bob Orton fan, so that's where I'm at.
I mean, who's not?
Yeah,
I know this
You're
is
a Bob
probably like
Orton
an old
fan,
video.
Katie?
Yes, I am.
I saw Bob Orton do a TikTok. It was like all 4 generations of Ortons doing a TikTok together.
Yeah.
Katie, you
Beautiful.
willing to take a Bob Orton superplex?
If my back doesn't hurt, sure. Because I'm old.
We're all old. Moving on, continuing on with the Ortons opening up WrestleMania 29. The Shield takes on the Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus taking on WrestleMania 12. I know everyone remembers this match. I mean, how could you not remember the opening match of WrestleMania 12, which was the British Bulldog and Owen Hart and Vader taking on Ahmed Johnson, Jake Roberts, and Yokozuna.
I do remember this. I do remember this.
And do you remember what the stipulation was, Phillip?
I don't remember the stipulation. I don't.
If Yokozuna's team won, he would have received 5 minutes in the ring with old Jimmy Cornette.
Oh.
But they did not. British Bulldog, Owen Hart, and Vader won.
I almost want to pick Ahmed Johnson because Black History Month and all that, but I'm gonna go with 29.
British Bulldog all the way. Vader all the way.
It's time. It's
Vader
Vader.
time.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Vader was so good, man.
I loved him.
We might have to do a Vader tribute podcast one
Heck
day.
yeah, I'm down.
We just watch Vader shit.
His when I went to Raw in 96, he was the first wrestler I saw come out. Totally love him. Always will.
If I'm alive when time machines are invented, I'm trying to go watch Vader and Stan Hansen in Japan and watch Stan Hansen's eye socket pop out. I'm trying to watch all, or no, it was Vader. It was Vader's eye that popped out. I want to watch all that. Brandon.
I guess I got to be the deciding vote. And you know what? Not because it's Black History Month, but because, it was a fun opening match to a lackluster WrestleMania. We'll give it to the WrestleMania 12 6.
WrestleMania 12 was lackluster. Are you kidding me? The boyhood dream came true. There was a basically.
You mean the most
OJ
underrated, the most.
Come on.
Time. The MJF, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever the hell match is, and my thing just unplugged. I don't know what's going on. Way better 60-minute match.
Dude, look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Danielson's good, but he's no HBK.
Truth.
Put it to you like that. Sorry to bust your bubble, buddy. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Then we get WrestleMania 23, which I know Phillip is the WrestleMania 23 aficionado. Money in the Bank match. I didn't pull this one up, Phillip. Do you remember who won that one?
Mr. Kennedy.
And then we got WrestleMania 16 or WrestleMania 2000, whichever one you may say I put these in not quotations, but I did them in I did them in codes that apparently I knew I was going to remember, and now that I am back, I forget what this code means. BBM and BB take on D'Lo and The Godfather. This is with Ice-T singing "Pimpin' and Easy." This is pretty much the only part I remember out of this match.
BBM? What is a BBM?
Well, we'll find out when I type
big
in
black male. Like what is a BBM?
Whoa, brother.
I remember that match.
Let's
I
see.
just recently rewatched WrestleMania 20.
That would be if I
This is from
him.
WrestleMania 16, right?
Yes, that would be the Big Boss Man and Bull Buchanan. So there you go. So we got BBM and Bull Buchanan.
I might have to give it to the Money in the Bank match. I mean, Flair took like a suplex off of the ladder. Edge almost died because Jeff Hardy decided to try to kill him by jumping off. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Great stuff. As much as I love the Ice-T song, so to kick it off, I have to agree and go with the Money in the Bank match.
Godfather. You know he's one of my close personal friends now.
Money in the Bank, 3 for 3.
There we go.
WrestleMania 36, the first 2-night WrestleMania. We got 2 women's matches with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross taking on the Kabuki Warriors for the
that one
tag team championships. And then we got Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, the match we will be getting later this year, WrestleMania 39. Call me crazy. I love the tag team match more than I like the singles match. I thought Rhea and Charlotte under-delivered in that match. I had high expectations. I didn't feel as though they got it. And the tag team match, I felt over-delivered. So give me the tag team match.
I'm gonna say this. Rhea and Charlotte, for being in front of no one, put on a hell of a match. I might almost use the B word to upset Brandon. That's what I might do. It was good, man. I'm going Charlotte and Rhea. I'm picking mommy.
Sorry, I disagree. So that WrestleMania in particular was the one that I came back into wrestling. I started watching again because of it. And I forgot that Rhea and Charlotte actually had a match. That was how forgettable it was for me. But I remember watching Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross take on the Kabuki Warriors, and I was fully invested. So I'm going with that one.
It's fine. I'm going to just start overruling you guys. It's cool.
Phillip, it's okay, because let's be honest, I don't think a lot of matches are going to be able to beat this next one, WrestleMania 10. Possibly the greatest opening match of all time. One of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time. Owen versus Bret Hart against Bliss and Cross and Kabuki Warriors. As much as I just loved that opening tag match.
No. Keep going. No. Don't back up.
I mean, as I just said, Owen and Bret, one of the greatest matches of all time. It's got to be Owen and Bret.
Wow, you picking Canadians? What is this?
I know. And a Bret Hart Canadian. I mean, Owen Hart, we all love Owen Hart. Bret Hart. I mean, I have said I'm starting to come around on Bret Hart a little bit. Big Bret guy now.
I've become somewhat of a Bret guy, you know, with given I'm a Canadian sympathizer now. Of course you got to go with WrestleMania 10.
Agreed.
Of course. All right, so let's quickly move through this last one since we missed last week's. JBL and Finley against Lex
24?
Luger and Davey. What?
Is that 24?
That is 24.
Ooh,
JBL and Finley, WrestleMania 24. Then WrestleMania 11, Lex Luger and Davey Boy Smith. I forget what their name is, but they were a fun little tag team that only stuck around for a little bit, taking on the Blues Brothers.
That's funny. Ironically,
Wait, that happened?
Yes. 95 was a weird time.
Like actual Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi?
No. What? I'm trying to think. I'll go Finley and JBL, man, honestly. And it's kind of ironic because today is the 29-year anniversary of when Vince introduced Luger as the WWF champion just to see how the crowd would react. And obviously he didn't actually win the title. So that's something you can see how the crowd reacted. Not so good.
Yeah, yep.
The Blues Brothers consisted of Jacob and Eli Blue with old Uncle Zebekiah as their manager. Shout out
Zip Coulter.
Zeb Coulter, shout out.
I feel like that should be a trademark dispute.
But, they spelt it BLU, not BLUE. So it's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Vinnie Mac knows how to gets around a trademark. Then JBL and Finley goes up against Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 35. Seth, the Beast Slayer, winning the championship in the opening contest. Seth kind of his run as a babyface culminating here. Maybe he didn't, get everything he deserved after the fact, and maybe they botched his babyface run a little bit. But I'm still picking Seth and Brock. I thought it was a fun match, and he was over.
I do remember that. But Heyman said, "If we're not on last, we're first." I'm giving it.
Didn't they interrupt Alexa Bliss because she was the host or something?
Something like that happened.
And then they trotted out Hulk Hogan's old ass, try to get a pop, and no one really cares.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He only gets a pop in Florida.
I wasn't there for this.
Yeah, I'm giving
Seth and Brock on to the next
Seth
one.
and Brock.
Congratulations. We got a pair of Shawn Michaels matches. We got the Rockers taking on the Barbarian and Haku, taking on Shawn's first WrestleMania as a singles at WrestleMania 8. Shawn Michaels taking on Tito Santana.
Shawn
that
and
was
Tito.
fun. Yeah, agreed.
I didn't know Tito Santana had a daughter that was a wrestler. I just found this out. We provide all the stats here on the Bulletcast.
All the stats that you need. Then 2 Daniel Bryan opening matches with WrestleMania 30. Daniel Bryan taking on Triple H, obviously to go on if he wins. And then WrestleMania 28. Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. I think we know where I'm going. I don't want to, just like we don't talk about SummerSlam 13, we don't talk about WrestleMania 28.
Oh no, we talked about SummerSlam 13. And it's funny, I literally just watched him lose the world title in 18 seconds. Triple H, man. I mean, that WrestleMania 30 opener is a classic. It's so
Agreed.
It's Hunter, that late in the game, still proven that he can do this at the highest of levels. So
it's got to be Bryan and Triple H, even though both matches are quite historic and completely different. If we didn't, honestly, we don't get this 28 match, we might not get the 30 match because that kind of catapulted the Yes movement and people sympathized and loving Daniel Bryan so much. So might have been a good thing that it happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then WrestleMania 15, a hardcore 3-way, as well as taking on WrestleMania 20, John Cena's first WrestleMania match, his coronation.
The Big Show, right? In US
with the Big Show for the United States Championship. I am quite fond of WrestleMania 20. First ever pay-per-view I watched. So I got to go with Cena and Big Show.
I'm going with Cena and Show as well.
Oh, 100%.
There we go.
Well, there you go.
Song now.
Unanimous.
So that'll do it for this week. Next week, we'll finish out the opening round, and now we'll be back on track to hopefully we crown a champion the week of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
All right. Speaking of big match, John, the champ, the franchise player returns. Was it the 6th of March? So that's going to be exciting in Boston. I'm on Monday Night Raw. We're going to get this Theory storyline started.
What it seems like. I mean, Theory randomly just threw out John Cena's name in a promo.
Yeah.
So it seems like a foregone conclusion that is going to happen. So I'm not mad at it. Should be fun. Should be interesting, I guess.
Should be nice. Should be very nice. Inside of the ring, AZM challenges Mercedes Moné for the IWGP Women's Championship.
Yep. So to be frank, not the biggest starting people around here. I believe her. I don't know how you say her name, but you don't say it like the letters. It's like Azam or something. I know. Hand up. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. But she called out Mercedes during a Stardom press conference, and she wants to challenge for the IWGP Women's Championship. Should be exciting. I don't know if it's official quite yet, but as I said in the predictions, I feel as though if Mercedes is winning that title. She's going to wrestle in Japan, and she's going to want to wrestle like the best Stardom has to offer. And this is just the beginning. So I'm quite excited to see what she can do.
Mercedes said whoever writes the biggest check. And also, people have been saying that she needs to go wrestle Mickie James, and Scott D'Amore, who was in attendance at Battle of the Valley. He's in one of the key players in Impact says that this match needs to happen. So I could see Mercedes wrestling Bullet Cast friend Mickie James.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Sticking with Japan, Keiji Muto finally had his final match after having like 10 different retirement matches. This one was technically his final one. He wrestles Tetsuya Naito. Naito beats him. He gets on the mics and says, "Hey, Chono, F you." Well, not in those words, but then Masahiro Chono comes up from his commentary desk and they wrestle for like 90 seconds. And then Chono taps him out. So finally, the great Muta, Keiji Muto, finally calls it a career. Finally, I mean, he was limping his way to the finish line, but he finally calls it a career. So good for him. And hopefully he enjoys retirement and an actual real retirement, not a wrestling retirement.
Hey man, I mean, he did great things. Wrestled on WCW back in the day, was the heavyweight champion of the world. Awesome career. What was he? 50? What? 54, 55, 56.
Phillip, can't be asking me these questions without giving me the heads up.
You're our version of Stat Guy Greg. Shout out Cheap Heat. Go listen to their episode this week. They did a great job. Of course, after you listen to this one.
Of course. He is. It's not going to pop up right there so easily. Wow. He's 60. He's 60.
Wow. Okay. Call it a career. I love it. All right. Fan mail. Dan. So no CM Punk picture. You know what they say. Pick or it didn't happen. Brother, it happened.
There's a picture in my mind, and that's all that matters.
I have a picture in my mind of CM Punk texting in the corner of an elevator. Yeah.
Phillip awkwardly leaving on the second floor when we're actually supposed to be on the third floor.
Bro, look, I didn't.
He did that twice. He did that on the way back down too.
I was trying to recapture the magic. The second time was planned. First time it was.
Yeah, it was all a bit.
Yeah, it was all a bit. By me doing that, we got more time with Punk.
Good job, Phillip.
Yes.
Good job.
You're welcome.
I do wonder what they thought when I walk in to take the elevator. Like, why is this guy taking the elevator? Then you come in with your boot and like, oh, okay, we get it now. I do wonder what their minds were going through, because they probably thought, oh, we're gonna take the elevator, no one's gonna see us, and then here comes our dumbasses strolling in.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
You got the boot on, you got the cane, you got some sympathy.
Got some sympathy. Hootie Who 420.
Hootie Who.
Dang, why'd you steal his gimmick?
I said it first. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
I just said it with joy.
I always say it with joy. Just my kind of
joy. Do you really?
She's coming for you, man. She's coming.
My level of joy is different than a lot of people's level of joy.
I woke up this morning and chose violence.
Damn. That's me I do that every day. But anyway, Hootie Who says, your YouTube channel went bonkers with that Mercedes Moné video. Congrats. I appreciate that, man. Things are looking up. And he says, Montreal is one of the best wrestling crowds. I know they are famous for a screw job, but man, I watched some fan footage. They went absolutely bonkers for Samuel Zane. They did. Oh man.
They're okay for a Canadian crowd.
When we watched the pay-per-view, both Greg and I were dumbfounded by just how loud the crowd was. They popped at all the right moments. Every crowd that night was like, Montreal was hot, San Jose, LA for GCW. All the crowds were hot that night. It was good. It was good business. Jack of all trades. He says, what matches do you guys watch during WrestleMania season to get you ready for the big event every year? He says his are Steamboat Savage, Rock Hogan, the four Undertaker matches, so the two Shawn ones and the two Triple H ones.
and he says he sprinkles in some random Mania stuff just to get even more hype. Katie, do you have certain matches you watch during WrestleMania season to kind of get you in the mood?
So what I've actually been doing with my husband is we've been going through the different pay-per-views. He curated a list of like all the best WWE pay-per-views from like, I think it's like 2014 on, I don't know, or 2014 and back. So I think we're in, I think we're in 2002 right now. So we're just like slowly rewatching all of these different pay-per-views that we've got on our list.
Okay, but do you have any Mania stuff that you watch to get you in Mania mode?
No, that's what I'm doing. Like that's how I'm getting ready for WrestleMania is watching all of these different pay-per-views.
Gotcha. Brandon, what about you?
Did you ask for me?
Yeah, I did ask for
I'm
you.
sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties right now with my microphone. I don't know what the hell's going on, but my
quack.
go-to is probably like 25 Sean Taker, 26 Sean Taker, Stone Cold Brett. Because at this point,
13.
I would say I've seen every single WrestleMania, so there's no real holes. And so I just kind of go back and watch the classics at this point. Maybe go back and watch a 31 just because I was there, but it's kind of more of a feel thing. Just whatever I'm feeling like.
Yeah, like I'm watching the end of an era, Hunter and Taker with Sean as the referee at 28, just Hell in the Cell. I mean, we've said it for years on the show. That super kick pedigree is the greatest kick out in the history of the business. For me, like I always have to watch 25 Sean and Taker because I've said it for years on this show. I think it is an absolute masterclass. And it's to me, it's the perfect match. It really is. So I'll watch stuff like that. I'll throw on, like I don't know, like some stuff from the mid 2000s. Like I'll watch, maybe like like Taker versus Batista or Cena versus Hunter, or maybe I'll go back and watch, a 90s one randomly. It just really depends. Really depends. I have found myself, since we talked about Brian and Hunter, I have found myself throwing that one into the rotation as well. Yeah. Nigerian Prince. So since Lashley won, does that mean he's getting Bray at WrestleMania? Bray cool and all, but Lashley deserves better. I think it would be an easier story to tell with Bobby Lashley if they go this way.
True.
I guess,
But who else would they have him go up against?
I have no idea.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because Brock might be tied up with something else. We'll talk about that when we get to Raw. Alfie Lewis. Edge is out here just having good to great wrestling matches for the hell of it. Don't leave Edge, not yet. Stay a little longer, please. Love the rated R superstar. Love him. Love him, love him, love him.
You mean the rated R superstar?
The rated R superstar. In Brightest Day X.
Mr. X.
Hopefully got the name again.
Rex.
All right. So he says, can we really get that excited for Brock versus Omos? What? You know what? I know I've been preaching Bro Moss. What if we got Brock Moss?
That's even worse than the first idea.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Ah.
I can't. Yeah, I can't even see it. Maybe it's the painkillers. That's why I'm feeling this way. Oh God, I have all kind of wacky ideas. You never know what's going to happen with the Bulletcast title. We didn't even talk about that, guys. Let's throw that in out there real quick. Alpha Zoe's defended against Loverboy Leo and Dave Wasted May 28th. Yeah. No.
Yay.
No.
Yay.
The first
We'll be there.
triple threat in the title's history. Anything can happen. we'll see. He also goes on to say, with the new AEW All Access show, be a real inside look at the behind the scenes aspect of the company, or will it be another cheesy reality show? We'll have to wait to see. And then he also says, has anyone else noticed that signs at wrestling shows now have sort of become a new form of social media? Instead of signs that pertain to the product, they just put whatever is annoying them on the sign so everyone can see their opinions.
Yes.
It's like a giant message board now.
Well, I
No
know.
lie, I got very confused when I saw chicken souvlaki pita. Or souvlaki pita. It was just right in the middle.
I know on Botchamania, it's like a bit where you just like do wrestling, or not wrestling, but video game takes. So I know that's a thing. And then, yeah, like a lot of people just say they're most dumb-ish to try to either get on social media or just to pop a crowd or to pop themselves, which as many people might know, I am all for popping yourself and saying stupid inside jokes that no one gets.
What? Give us one right now.
What? Let's see. Well, it has to just come naturally. You put me on the spot.
I think you hurt his feelings.
Yeah, I'm out here stressing about my microphone, all just going crazy. I figured it out because I'm a smart boy.
There you go.
You just asked me to. Am I supposed to just, out of snap of a finger, be entertaining? I try so hard. I try so hard.
Now.
What? Pop you?
I'm
not supposed to pop you. I'm supposed to like pop myself by just saying dumb things that nobody else understands.
I want to be popped. Pop me right now.
Oh, I will pop you, Daddy.
What?
There you go. I just popped you.
Things just got.
No, it's not a pop laugh. It's a nervous. Like, that's weird, man. What are you talking about?
What? Why do you think I've been hanging around all these years?
All right, moving on from that. We get to the Raw recap. KO says he's done with Sami Zayn. He says if he needs help taking out the bloodline, go ask his homie Jay. Baron Corbin attacks Sami. They have a little mini match. Sami Zayn gets a win in Canada. Katie, what are your thoughts?
I thought it was really well done. Honestly, I could see them putting Sami into a storyline with Baron Corbin. I feel like Baron Corbin, I've said this before, he's really just kind of drawn the short straw in regards to gimmicks, and hopefully maybe they're gonna send him back to the lone wolf gimmick or something else.
Yeah.
But I think that with how much hype Sami has right now, having Baron work with Sami as a face heel feud could be interesting.
I mean, it was fine. Baron, the last guy to pin Roman Reigns. And hell, honestly, he probably should have just ran with that for the longest time.
Right?
And then Sami, the guy that just came the closest to doing so in a very long time. Brandon.
I quite enjoyed it. The dynamic. It makes sense for why Kevin Owens did what he did. We still have somewhat of a relationship a little bit. Like, I still kind of care for you, but everything you did for me, I couldn't just go out there and, help you win the championship, because what you did to me at Survivor Series and at Royal Rumble and stuff like that. So I thought it told a coherent story that an actual real life human being would be doing. And with, more than a month away from WrestleMania, they still have some time to draw out this process. I don't know what to make of Baron Corbin, just because he did the thing with Cody last week. Now he's doing something with Sami this week. Maybe he's just kind of the designated job guy to have like a fine 5 to 10 minute match with someone to fill some time. So I don't know if he's going to go into like a feud with Sami, it has to be like a mini feud, because it's obviously going to be Sami and KO against the Usos, but I'm kind of out on Baron Corbin right now.
I mean, that's what we want it to be, KO and Sami versus the Usos, but who knows what will happen?
Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yes. Now you pop me. There you go. Yes.
Pop
Cody,
again later.
This is getting awkward. Moving on.
Cody Rhodes, comes out there to have a promo. in a neck brace on the screen. And basically, the gist of this promo was simple. Cody just saying he's going to finish the story. Yeah.
I thought this was maybe like on the lower level on what these guys could do. Still good, but I do wonder why maybe they didn't have Cody say anything. Kind of gave him the Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy treatment, whether it's they're just telling a specific type of story or they kind of don't want to overexpose him to have like a in-ring promo every single week for the next 5 weeks or however long it is. So, switched up a little bit, have Heyman just kind of kill some time until we get the inevitable Roman and Cody, back and forth.
Yes. Katie, any thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. It was on the lower end of the promos, in my opinion, but I mean, whenever you put Paul Heyman on the mic, he's always going to spit gold. So, still a good segment. I do agree that I think what they may be doing is trying to keep from oversaturating us with Cody Rhodes. That way we pop even harder when he, fingers crossed, wins the undisputed heavyweight championship.
I don't think our tribal
Phillip's going to pop so hard.
I don't think our tribal chief is done. Look, I love Cody. I've been on the Cody wagon, as soon as he left that company, man. I don't know if Roman's done. I don't know if he's finished providing for all of us, Austin Theory retains the United States Championship against Edge. Great contest.
Amazing match.
My guy Edge is almost 50, and he's just wrestling to wrestle, man. You love to see it. Finn Balor interferes, costs Edge of the championship, hits a coup de grace. So are we gonna get them inside of the Hell in a Cell?
I would love that.
The silver cage is lowered down. Let's do it. Let's do that.
Like the match, didn't like the finish. I thought this Judgment Day Edge thing was done, but it is obviously not.
No, we're done once Finn and Edge have that singles contest, brother.
They have to go. They have to go to bat. They gotta end up bloody. They gotta knock this shit out of the park.
Ding dong hello happens.
Hello.
With Damage Control, Becky Lynch and Lita interrupt. So, was it next week? Is it going to be Lita and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control for the tag titles? Lita pulling up to West Coast Pro with a WWE championship?
Right? How sick would that be?
What?
What?
That'd be interesting. It is what it is. Look, I thought Trish was going to be around because I think they were in Ottawa, and I guess she lives there or something.
That was, according to the internet, it was written that was supposed to happen. But
yeah,
I like the awkward, like, jovial dynamic between Becky Lynch and Lita.
Yeah,
it's a fun little dynamic.
Lita's going to be on a new episode of the Broken Skull Sessions coming up on Peacock. That's going to be exciting. No.
So excited.
But it's Lita. Why not? Why not?
I'll be honest. I think the last Broken Skull session I legitimately watched was maybe like the Vince one.
Vince was on Broken Skull Session?
Yeah. Or whatever, like the Stone Cold talking segment was called on the network all those years ago.
You haven't seen all the ones we've been talking about?
I get the TLDR versions.
Wow.
I watch everything, Phillip. I got people who watch things for me.
Omos challenges Brock Lesnar.
Can't wait. This is the big meaty men bump and meat match. Maybe this is Triple H just handing Vince a bone and just like, here you go, buddy. You get Brock and Omos. You can have all the booking you want for that.
It's Brock Moss.
There we go.
I am perplexed.
I love it. I love it because it's still Black History Month.
I'm still perplexed.
But then this match isn't going to take place on Black History Month, though.
No.
So then you're going to turn on it?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Why? Don't get it. This is the weirdest booking.
We've seen weirder. But we've seen weirder.
But in the Triple H era, this is the weirdest booking.
Yeah, I love how things are gonna change. Yeah, what changed, guys? Actually tell me what changed.
I'm so confused. Why Omos?
Because it's Brock Moss.
No.
It's Brock Moss.
I'm gonna continue just no. Big nope.
Big.
Extra nope.
Asuka defeats Nikki Cross. Nobody's ready for Asuka. Has a little stare down with the EST of WWE.
Very excited for that match, yo.
I'm as giddy as a schoolgirl about that one. I know what I just said.
It happened. And then shout out Candace. She tried to ask what the hell's going on with Nikki, and then she just said she has no friends, and then she ran away. So
is it just me, or does it feel like they're trying to bring back the whole Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross dynamic, but instead of it being Alexa Bliss, it's going to be Candice LeRae?
maybe.
Can we go back to
that's what it feels like.
Can we go back to when Candice LeRae was just getting super kicked and all bloody on the indies? No, we can't go back to that.
I don't think we're going back to that in WWE. I do wonder how they're going to handle this, because if they are going down the Nikki Cross's lonely rabbit hole, I don't know if I have faith in well, at least back when Vince was handling this, to have the right gloves to, navigate through a mental health challenge or whatever about being lonely and anxiety and stuff like that. But we'll find out. New regime, I'll have faith that they can make it work without being patronizing or calling it crazy or whatever the hell they would do.
Psychotic. Ali defeats Dolph Ziggler.
Forgot Dolph Ziggler was still with the company. Good for him.
That is a former world heavyweight champion. You show that man some respect. He had the greatest cash-in of all time.
On Monday Night Raw.
All time.
Ah.
You know what? You know what's the greatest cash-in of all time? Randy Orton.
I have no idea what to talk about. Randy Orton never held the Money in the Bank contract.
When he cashed in on that non-television watching vegan at SummerSlam 2013, did the world a favor.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if I were to take a guess, I bet you he didn't even do anything. Someone else hit Daniel Bryan, and he just covered him. He even earned it.
He did. He earned it. He won the contract. He earned it.
Anyways,
speaking of that guy he beat, let's go over to that show that he's on, AEW Dynamite. Ricky Starks is in the ring, says he's done with the JAS, and Chris Jericho says he has a contract for somebody to sign for them to wrestle him at Revolution. Jericho comes out there, and Peter Avalon, for some reason, who I really didn't know who was still with the company.
Everybody is still in AEW.
Comes out there, gets hit with a Judas effect, and Jericho's like, I'd sign it. I'd say that even the Appreciation Society can't be out at ringside, but I don't have a pen. Ricky Starks had a pen. Jericho held it up, and he clicked it. He did the thing. He did the pin click thing. I popped for that. I was a huge list guy. I had my own list. So it looks like we're getting Jericho and Starks at Revolution. Yeah.
Viva la Revolution.
Revolution.
I enjoyed it. Maybe a little too cute, but we kind of get that. Yeah, it wasn't cute enough. More cute.
It has to be cuter. The cuter, the better.
World's cutest tag team. That seems like a decent tag team name. Someone would want to pick that up. I don't think anyone's ever done that before.
If you Google it, you'll find things. Hangman, Adam Page, and Evil Uno had an interview in Hangman's locker room with Rene Paquette about Evil Uno's upcoming match with Jon Moxley. The Young Bucks sneakers were in the locker room, so we're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer to the reunion we've all been waiting for.
I did not pick up on that, but we'll see what happens. What's going on with Hangman and the Young Bucks and whatever. I've fallen out with being the Elite, so I don't know if they've doing anything on that end, but I quite enjoyed the promo because Evil Uno can talk, and where I almost said the Judgment Day, where Dark Order is, they don't really get too much shine these days, and so
They're both purple and black.
it's an easy mix up, so I like Evil Uno. He can talk, he can wrestle, as we saw tonight. So I was happy he got some talking time.
Oh, that's funny. What's even going on Being the Elite? God, it was white hot for a while, man. Then it just. Katie, have you ever watched Being the Elite?
Nope.
It was hot. Like
Being the Elite from 17 to 19.
White hot. You had to watch it every Monday. Every Monday at noon when they dropped it, had to watch it. Fantastic.
Great times.
Great times. Yeah, the Acclaimed. Everyone loves the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed defeat Lee Moriarty and Big Bill. We even got an Enzo and Cass reference. Love that. So the Acclaimed are added to this, I guess, 4-way tag team match for the tag titles at Revolution. I'm excited. Love the Acclaimed. Everyone loves the Acclaimed.
Nobody got hurt, so we can ask for.
Basically. Christian Cage is set to have an interview with Tony Schiavone. Jungle Boy comes out there and attacks him. Jungle Boy's going to do a concerto. He seems conflicted. He has a heart. And then he gets a low blown by Christian Cage. And yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm going to Revolution just for Christian Cage. I don't know about you guys.
I am getting a little bit scared now that they're adding more and more matches to Revolution. It was like a solid 4-match card it was looking like, and then now they've added some more matches to the card. I'm like, oh god,
matches.
Going to be there for 7 hours. Not going to get home until 2:00 in the morning on the West Coast.
Yeah,
but it was a nice intense angle. I maybe would have done it a little bit differently, just because the Jungle Boy thing. Maybe he could have shown that he could have done it, but he's a better man than Christian, and then Christian kind of takes advantage of Jungle Boy's, niceness or.
He's not a man; he's a boy.
He's Jungle Jack Perry now. He's not Jungle Boy anymore.
I could have sworn they said Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Yeah.
He's not a boy, but not yet a man.
He's a preteen. He's an adolescent. There's a jumping Jack. Jungle Jack Perry.
Jungle Jack adolescent just rolls off the phone. Right off the phone.
Someone listening to this podcast will understand my deep cut Britney Spears moment.
It's Britney bit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop that. Shout out Dark Sheik dressed like Britney Spears in the Toxic video at was it GCW this past weekend?
Yes.
Shout out Dark Sheik.
Super here for it.
Yes. Saraya defeated Sky Blue, and then all these women come out, and Ruby Soho wants an opportunity at the AEW Women's Championship. Yeah. This
Yep.
I honestly don't care. I really do hate to say that.
Yeah, I said it last week. I don't really care about Ruby Soho and where she stands in between.
It feels like she was gone for so long that it just doesn't feel relevant. And I don't like saying that.
Yeah, and the Saraya match was not pretty. There was some mess ups here and there.
Yeah.
And then I think this is something that they do all the time. Heels are seemingly every time a heel wins, it's always cheating. Saraya shouldn't need Tony Storm to interfere to beat Sky Blue. I know Sky Blue's talented. She was over. People liked her, but just have Saraya beat her. It's not that big of a deal. It's a 5-minute match that no one's going to really remember. Just have her beat her. Build her a little credibility, even though the match was a little ugly. As Phillip's taking a phone call. A very important phone call. So, speaking of important calls, I don't know, terrible segue. We had Bryan Danielson come out to do a promo to obviously build up Revolution main event. He was going to start to talk, and then he gets cut off by old Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And MJF goes on, talks about his fiance leaving him, apparently, which I guess is a shoot. Danielson getting all these concussions, but still coming back, even though he has a family and kids, and he's throwing all that away because he loves wrestling so much. And MJF taking the low road once again, but also getting very personal and making himself, MJF that is, sympathetic.
Love
and then
it.
we get a big pull apart brawl. Bryan Danielson gets out of it, decks MJF, and that was the segment.
Yes, MJF, the wrestling equivalent of Brad Marchand. And for all the 4 people that got that reference, you're welcome. Shout out hockey. Love the segment. MJF really got the emotions going. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for MJF to beat Bryan Danielson in San Francisco.
I think overall, I like the segment. I like the intensity and the pull apart. Once again, MJF kind of lays it on a little too thick with kind of the personal stuff and making himself sympathetic. Like, I get it. You want to, like, a heel, a bad guy, you kind of want to see where they're coming from. But I feel like MJF sometimes, or more often than not, rather kind of takes it just a little bit too far with how he kind of portrays himself and kind of, he's done like the stuff with CM Punk, the Jewish epithets and,
CM Punk stuff
being lonely and like all these different things. He kind of goes with that well a lot.
So what you're saying is there's a chance when it comes to MJF.
She popped me with this. So what you're saying is there's a chance. Oh, I've used that line too many times in my life. There's never a chance.
Got Rachel.
I don't know. I throw some makeup on my face and I look pretty good. So, well.
Oh man, I don't know. It's gonna be a good match. We'll see what's up. It's not gonna be Brett or Sean by any means.
It definitely is not gonna be Brett and Sean because it's gonna be way better.
Kidding me?
I'm not going to say a damn thing.
Are you actually serious right now? What? What Daniel Bryan ever do?
I mean, Daniel Bryan won his WrestleMania match. He didn't need an hour to do it, and he beat 2 men.
That wasn't the stipulation at the time. Daniel Bryan got
Daniel Bryan got a submission in an hour, which is something neither one of those 2 men could have done.
Daniel Bryan got smashed and stacked on top of Edge, and we never saw him again. Stop playing with me for real. How dare you disrespect 2 of the greatest to ever do this? How dare you? I can't believe you would say that.
You can argue Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart have the number 1 and number 2 WrestleMania or WWE matches of all time. That Iron Man match is not it.
My point is, it's the best Iron Man match of all time. It's the best Iron Man match of all time. That's my point. That is my point.
Check Bryan.
With this one.
Check Bryan Danielson 60-minute draws in ROH. Way better.
No. Hell, check Brett and Ric Flair 60 minutes at a random house show in like 92. Stop playing with me for real.
Yeah, and it's probably better than WrestleMania 12.
No.
You're proving my point.
Look. WrestleMania 12 is historic. It is iconic. It's been, 27 years? 27 years from now, are we going to be talking about this match the way we're still going to be talking about WrestleMania 12? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're going to wrestle for an hour. They're going to do the flips, and they're going to do the technical and the schoolboys and the running knees and the cross face. And
I'm probably going to get up a couple times to go to the bathroom, get another beer, get some more chicken tendies.
You see, exactly. People weren't doing that for Brett and Sean. Stop.
Check the tape.
Stop.
Let us know who was at the pond at WrestleMania 12. Let us know.
Everybody in their seats watching 2 of the greatest in this.
They're also sitting on their hands.
No. Look, man, I've been in the ring, okay? I've taken bumps. I understand what they were doing that night. I have a deeper understanding of this than you. That's why I truly love this. Stop. God, you got me all riled up. Oh my God. My pain meds are wearing off. Let's finish this show. Double J and Jay Lethal won the tag team battle royal. Always pop for Double J. Love it. Still strutting it all. Yeah. So they get added to this match.
Once again, heel had to cheat to win with Satnam Singh on at ringside. Yeah, it was a fine match. It was a fine battle royal. Just a lot of people out there doing their shtick. I don't know how they're going to make this much different next week at the Cow Palace. But yeah,
I don't know. Tony Khan had a major announcement, and he had Adam Cole announce it. So they're going to be doing AEW All Access, and I have the AEW has sent me the press release.
oh, we get press releases. Look at that.
Yeah.
We get press releases, but not press passes.
Yeah. Hey, not wrong. Yeah. TBS orders its first new unscripted series of 2023 with the green light of AEW All Access. TBS has greenlit the first new unscripted series 2023, further expanding its All Elite Wrestling franchise with AEW All Access. A follow doc from the perspectives of the league's biggest stars. The new series, which was just announced during another red hot episode of TBS's AEW Dynamite.
Questionable.
Calm down there, guys. This is why we don't get press passes. We tell the truth. Is slated to premiere this March. Billed as the ultimate behind the scenes experience for fans of the series, will feature Adam Cole, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Sammy Guevara, Tay Conti, the Young Bucks, Saraya, Wardlow, Eddie Kingston, along with AEW CEO, GM, and head of creative Tony Khan. And then it just goes on to list a whole bunch of other stuff. Hey, it's no roads to the top though.
Yeah, still waiting for Roads to the Top season 2.
Yeah. Did Montez and Bianca just get a show on Hulu? Hulu, pick up Roads to the Top. Let's do that.
Don't got Hulu, so can't do a review on Under the Radar, unfortunately.
So is this gonna be Total Bellas-esque or what?
I mean, and they almost made it seem like it was like a backstage, like not during like the actual show, but that elks. So I don't know, but I know Netflix is doing kind of the thing with F1. I'm watching the PGA one where they follow people in their personal lives and they kind of translate that into the actual sport. So that's kind of the in thing right now with sports documentaries and sports reality shows. So it's not surprising that AEW and Warner is getting in on the action. And it's also, a nice way to possibly get the quote unquote non-wrestling people or non-AEW fans who watch the show to come in. But it is at a strange time, after Dynamite, where you're probably just going to get the leftovers. If you did it on some random Monday or Tuesday, like on a Tuesday, possibly go head to head with NXT or something, maybe you can grab some non-wrestling eyeballs. But
go head to head with NXT and lose? No.
Put it on a Sunday. Go ahead, hit it with The Last of Us. That's not going to hurt them.
Oh man, it's no Total Bellas though.
Of course not. I mean, it's nothing can compare to Nikki Bella Says I Do recap on Under the Radar last week.
Of course. Katie, how do you feel about this? Adam Cole also said he's coming back to the ring at some time in March. So that's fun.
I was a little mad it wasn't a Revolution, but then now that we're adding so many more matches, I'm like, okay. As much as I love Adam Cole, baby, we'll have him on another show. That's fine.
Let's see.
You didn't, before we get to the main event, you didn't talk about the opener, which I thought was probably the best match of the show. Orange Cassidy and
don't care.
Orange Cassidy.
No.
And I already forgot his name. I'm sorry. I'm blanking on his name. What's his name?
Wow. It's the best
Blackpool Combat Club.
Wow.
I keep wanting to say Evil Uno. It's not
you
Evil Uno.
Suck.
I know. I'm a terrible human being. I can't remember the man's name.
How is it the best opener? You don't even know his name.
That's because it's so late.
Dude, he was
my microphone doesn't work.
He was the idiot. He was the independent wrestling TV champion.
For whatever reason, I keep wanting to say Jey Uso and Jay Lethal, but obviously that's not his name. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be an idiot, and you can move on, Phillip.
His name is Wheeler Yuta. That's
great match.
That's what his name is. Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. So guys, like if things aren't on
this is why I need the script.
Yeah, look, if
I'm a very visual person.
If things aren't on the script that happen on the shows because I don't care. or I just find it uninteresting. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Okay.
Technical masterclass.
I don't know about that one. Moxley defeated Evil Uno, got his 100th win of the company. Congratulations.
It couldn't be a John Moxley match if everyone didn't bleed. So Evil Uno bled, and then John Moxley bled at the end. So yeah, cash those John Moxley bleeding tickets.
So people have been talking about his bleeding all the time. You know, he's kind of has like the Dusty and the Ric Flair, like that sensitive scar tissue on his forehead from bleeding so much. That's why when like Rick just taps his forehead like that, he'll just start bleeding. So he just gets hit in the head, he'll start bleeding, bro. Basically,
he's gonna look like New Jack in 10 years.
New Jack, Dusty, Abdullah. What if you look like Abdullah? Can we get Abdullah the Butcher on the show? Is that possible? Can we get Abdullah the Butcher here?
Make some calls.
Make some calls. What if we just start getting like random like people from the past in wrestling that you haven't thought about in years? Katie,
I always think about Abdullah the Butcher.
Should that be the where the show goes?
Yes.
I'm gonna try my best to get Kimona Wanalea back on this show. Let's just get her on the show.
Can we get Oksana on the TV on the show?
But not Kimona. You don't want Kimona Wanalea?
After the fact, then we get Oksana.
Katie, are you familiar with Kimona Wanalea?
I'm not.
You're not familiar with the night Kimona Wanalea danced on top of the ECW arena?
I'm not.
1996 was a wild time. Or was it 97? I don't know. We're gonna grab her, Beulah McGillicuddy, Francine. We're gonna grab all the ECW ladies. Then we're gonna get some of the Nitro girls. Major Guns, we'll grab her. And yeah, we'll just Katie, who from the past do you want on this show? We'll try.
We have to confirm they're not dead, though.
Yeah.
We don't want to pull a, Saudi Prince situation.
We don't want.
I mean, we all know who I want to come back.
Sonny.
Sable.
Oh.
I
don't think Sonny's coming back anytime soon.
Neither.
You say Sonny? That's funny. Oh God.
Jacqueline also. I haven't seen Jacqueline in forever.
I want Jazz on this show. That's
yeah, Jazz. Great.
You know, she follows us on IG. I might have to try to make that one happen for real. We just went off on a tangent. Yeah, that was AEW. Sorry, guys. Superstar Spotlight. Who do you got?
I'll give it to Wheeler Yuta. Great guy, great match.
Wow. Oh, he knows his name.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Knows his name.
I know your name, Wheeler. Oh, Wheeler.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving it to Double J, breaking out that strut. He still got it like it's 1995.
And 2005 and 2015.
Hey, that's JE, double F, JA, double RE, double T. That's Double J, Jeff Jarrett. That's slap nuts.
Bring in the roadie.
Don't piss him off. I was watching an old WCW. It's that one where he smacks Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern little crew over the head with the guitar. Good times. Stockton Con Winter 2023 is this weekend. A lot of people are going to be there. The guys that voiced Pinky and the Brain are going to be there. Pop for that one. I think one of them voiced the Animaniacs. Of course, wrestling stars John Morrison and Hall of Famers DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, and Rob Van Dam, RVD, will be in attendance. And more. Make sure you go out to Stockton Con. It's always a great time. Brandon and I will be in attendance with our good buddy West Coast Design. Come up to the table, grab merch, have him talk to you about making yourself a championship title. And then the pride of the underground for UGWA is this Sunday. We are back inside Emporium. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. Let's run this down real quick before we get out of here. Let's see. We got let's see. We got Rob Shit going up against MV Young. You got my homie Big Toco Juicy Finale going up against Cutthroat Cody. Sandra Moon defends the Pride Style and UGWA titles against Dave Dutra and G Sharp. Kenny K and D Rogue the Squad defend the UGWA championship or UGWA tag team championships against Lazarus and I think her name is Alice Blair. I believe they're also the Pride Style Tag Team Champions. That's a double doors match. That's going to be fun. JT Mattioli going up against Jordan Cruz. Midas Creed going up against Johnny Robbie. Abigail Warren and Brooke Havoc. The Agenda versus Nick Xander's crew. Broseph Joe Brody and Jordan Castle will be on commentary. So it's going to be a fun night, man. Come out to Emporium on Sunday and come party with us. Come party with us. You know, UGWA, we do it like nobody else in the Bay. Thank you guys so much. If you see us at any of these things this weekend, come up and say hi. We'll shoot the breeze with you, talk about the business. Stay clean, stay strong, stay safe. Diamonds are forever. So is the microphone Messiah. Yes.
Get the lesson, and if you want to prove it to you now, here's the feeling in the time and everything that we did. Listen to the senators connecting it, moving on everything that's pronouncing it. Everything we did in the time now with the testament. Here is the feeling when we live on the stage, and everything we do turning the page. Nobody doesn't like us. The feeling when we move, we are excited. Elite podcasting, I know you like it. Yeah, the bullet cast, fearless. The bullet cast, fearless. The bullet cast, fearless. Elite podcasting, we are. The bullet cast now, fearless. The bullet cast now, fearless. Elite podcasting, no we on. Elite podcasting, no we on.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.